talented investor. She has a long experience in investments, in the investment industry. So I'll be introducing Oluchi Akinpelu. Oluchi attended University of Windsor from 2012 to 2016, where she graduated with a Bachelor's of Commerce. She currently works as a senior operations analyst with over 4 years of experience in the investment industry, and an investment industry that values dedication, that values service, and that values long life learning. Well, when not discussing investment strategies or ideas, she can be found experimenting with some DIY projects at home. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Oluchi Akinpelu.
Sure.
Oluchi, you're up.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I was wondering why I wasn't hearing the music anymore. How's everyone doing today? It's been this work information. I've learned so much. I know you guys have learned a lot as well. Thank you, Hilary, for putting this together. I'm really excited to be here to share my knowledge with everyone and to learn from everyone as well. Thank you. So I'm going to go into my presentation now. I'm not going to try and talk too much because I want to be able to engage everybody. So I'm going to be asking a lot of questions, and I want you to comment. Don't just like listen, but just participate as well. Let me share my screen. A moment. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, all right, perfect. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about we're going to discuss finance. Finance is a very big part of our lives. It's one of those things where some people haven't gotten there yet. Some people are on their way. Some people are there. Don't get me wrong, but it's a very important part of our lives. It's one of those things where you hear people always pray about. So those people that like people in church, oh God, give me financial breakthrough. But then when you ask them about their financial habits, there's really nothing to write home about. Or it's a very important part of our lives, which we should take serious. It's one of those things where you hear a lot of people in marriages say, oh, their marriage broke up because of financial problems. It's a very big part of our lives. Before we start, and you guys, I have 2 screens, so I'm going to be looking at this screen and my other screen. So if you see me look the other way, just know that I'm looking at my other screen. So we're going to start off with a money management self-profile. So this is very important, just so we can examine ourselves to see where are we, where am I in my financial journey? Am I where I want to be? Am I lagging behind? Are there certain things that I still need to do to be able to put myself in the financial goal that I want to be? So we're going to examine ourselves before we start. At the end of the workshop, there's a sheet that there's a worksheet you're going to get. After the workshop, you can always go back home, do the self-profile very well, and just to get an understanding of your relationship with money. But for now, we're just going to run through it. So I will just ask the question. So I'll read it out, and then you just write down which one you think you belong to. So you don't need to lie, just be honest with yourself. What we're going to do is, so the one you see on the left, that will be A, and the one you see on the right, that will be B. So I'll read it out and you just let me know if you fall into category A or you fall into category B. When you do the self-profile yourself, then you can actually do the full test, like do the full test where you write the numbers. But we'll just run through it quickly today. So remember, the left is A, the right is B. So it makes me happy to buy things with my money. People describe me as a spender. If you think this is you, just type A. The second one, it makes me happy to save money. People describe me as a saver. If that's you, just write B. Okay. So I'll just keep going through it. I often buy things on impulse. If I see it and I like it, I buy it. If that's you, write A. I'm a bargain on a hunter. Why pay full price if I can get it on sale? If that's you, just write B. I think the money that I earn is money I should spend. I think that's me. So I think that's A for me. So if that's you, that's just type A there. I think the money that I earn is money I should spend. I think the money that I earn is money that I should collect for a special purpose. If that's you, just write B. When I borrow money from family or friends, I eventually pay back. That's A again. I rarely borrow money from family or friends, but if I do, I pay back immediately. If that's you, just write B. The next one, what I need and what I want are pretty much the same thing. That's you, write A. What I need and what I want are completely different. That's you, write B. I'll just go through this quickly too. I'm not too worried about investing my money yet. I'll worry about that when I am older. So that was me some years ago. If that's you, just type A. If that's you right now, it's not bad. You don't need to worry. We're still learning, right? I'm already investing my money or thinking about what I will invest. If that's you, just write B. I don't have a bank account and I'm not really sure how much money I have. If that's you, write A. I know exactly how much money I have in my bank account. If that's you, write B. I already have or can't wait to have my own credit or debit card. If that's you, write A. I don't really want a credit or debit card for several more years. If that's you, write B. I think a lot of us fall into already having a credit card or a debit card. And the last one, I will start saving for my post-secondary education near the end of high school. So this is more for people that are not in school yet. I'm currently saving for my post-secondary education. So that might not really apply to us. That's probably to those of us still in school or those of us that are planning to go to school. Or this can apply to us for people who want to go to postgrad as well. That can apply to you. So at the end of this, at the end of the self profile, you're supposed to go through each of the questions. Go through it. Are you leaning more towards A? If that's you, if you're leaning more towards A, then that means there's still a lot of work that you have to do. If you check and most of your answers are already B, then you're already on your way there to getting financial freedom. This is very important because you see that a lot of people, they have an idea of where they want to be in their financial journey. They don't know where to start. They don't even know where they are. They don't even know the kind of things they like. They don't know if they are risk averse. They don't know how they even handle money because money just comes in and money just goes. But not just this exercise. It's important that as we go on about our daily lives, you check yourself. You check your habits because sometimes people have, you know how people have bad habits sometimes. Some people have bad habits when it comes to money. So you want to also check to see, okay, how's my relationship with money? Do I always borrow money from people? Am I always spending money? Am I always using my credit card to the max? Am I always doing all these things that's not making my financial journey where I want to be? And again, something else that's very important is you don't want to compare your journey to somebody else, because I might have a goal this year to save, let's say, $10,000. and somebody else might have a goal to save $100,000. If I'm looking at, let's say at the end of the year, I'm checking, I'm like, oh, I only saved $5,000 this year, and then somebody else is coming to me and they're saying, hey, I saved $80,000 this year. If I compare myself to that person, I might feel like a failure, right? Because, oh, this person has saved $80,000, but me, I only saved $5,000 this year. You want to go on your own journey. I mean, you want to get inspiration from other people, but you want to work on your own journey because everybody is different. Everybody has different goals. So for the year, you can say my plan was to save 10K. I ended up saving 5K, but that's still good because I'm looking at my own journey. I'm not looking at somebody else. So that's very important for everybody to do as well. So now that we've talked about profile, we're going to go into the some streams of income, which I know Ukeme already spoke about some of them already, but I'll just go into some details because in your journey to financial freedom, you want to make sure that you're earning income. You don't want to just wish that, oh, I wish that I'm a billionaire today. But then how do you get to becoming a billionaire? You need to follow certain steps. You need to earn income. And how do you earn income? You can either earn this income actively, passively, or through portfolio income. So active income is just the money we get from work. So if you're working, you're working as an analyst, you're working as a financial advisor, you're working as a computer scientist or as an engineer, you're getting income from your work. That's active income that you get, or you could even be getting paid commissions. Some people get paid commissions or tips. As long as you're getting that, maybe every week, every 2 weeks, every month, that's a good start. Some people say they don't want to work for people, right? So which is something we can also spoke about. So if you also have businesses, then that's good, as long as your business is making you money. You don't want to start a business and you're not making any money from it. And before you even start a business, you should have already like saved some amount of money before you actually start like a personal business. But that's one way. So you want to ensure that you have a stream of income coming. For the students, I know sometimes school might get very busy, but then even if it's a part-time job, even if you think you don't need the money, it's always good to work and save money. It doesn't have to be full-time, but you always want something to come in. And if you don't need the money, very well, you can always invest the money. You can invest the money, you can save the money, you can save it in your savings account, or you could just start investing early. Later on in the presentation, I'll show you, I'll do like a compound interest to see how far you would go. So we'll do a comparison of someone who started saving from when they were 20 till when they retire versus someone who started like saving from when they were 35 till when they retire. There's a huge difference between the total amount of investment you get just from starting to invest early. There's also passive income as well. Passive income, people start getting passive income once they invest. So you use your money, let's say money you get from your work, you invest it into like a rental property or into other people's businesses, because sometimes you might have excess money, you don't want to invest in a business, you don't want to open a business, or if you know somebody that has an idea and you know it's a viable idea, you can also want to invest in that person's business as well. There's also income you get from portfolio income. It's like maybe dividends or interest or capital gains that you get from certain kind of investments, like maybe bonds or certain government bonds or certain treasury bills, stuff like that. So this is just the first part. So you know where you stand on your financial journey. You're like, okay, I'm not where I want to be in my financial journey. I need to start. So then how do you start? You need to start with a stream of income first. You need to be able to get money coming in, and then you go from there. Yeah, so something I already mentioned. So the most important thing is to have a stream of income or to have streams of income. You want to start with one first. You don't want to just jump in and you have, you're like, oh, I want to start earning money from everywhere. You want to start somewhere. The goal is to increase income, manage your expense, and not live above your means. I'm sure a lot of us know so many people who they they live above their means. So you see them like always like in flashy things. You're like, oh, I don't think you make so much money, but they're always like spending money. They're always doing things just for social validation or just because they want people to validate them or think that they have money. The goal is you're increasing your income, you're improving yourself at work, you're improving your business if you have a business. You're trying to make sure that more money is coming. As more money is coming, you're not going to increase your expense. You're not going to say, oh, I got a pay increase. I earn like $150,000 now, so that means I can move downtown Toronto. I could buy like the latest car. That's not what you want to do. I know that so eventually some people want to get there, right? Some people have like goals of certain kind of cars that they want to have, but as long as like you're planning it, just using your first pay increase to buy something that you've always wanted. And then you also want to have an active income that allows you to start taking control of your finances. You don't want your finances to eat you up. You don't want, sorry, not your finances. You don't want your expenses to eat you up. You want to control your expenses. You don't want to increase it. You want to be able to manage it, and you want to be able to save from there. All right. So then I'm going to talk about investments. That's the one we're going to focus on. But before we go there, I want to talk about something very, very important, budgeting. So if you guys can just let me know, is there anyone in the group that is already budgeting? What do you use to budget? Do you use Excel? Is there like a special app that you use to budget? Just let us know in the comments. If you're not budgeting, it's fine as well. We're here to learn, right? Just let us know, just so that people can learn in the comments as well. The things we use to budget. If you're not budgeting, you can say so. And there's no good. Okay, so I see. Okay, Excel, Mint. Okay, that's good. So one thing with budgeting, one thing that I want to say with budgeting is people think budgeting is supposed to limit them. It's supposed to control them. Budgeting is supposed to help you. It's supposed to give you freedom to do what you want to do. You want to be able to say, okay, this month, this is how much that came in. And this month, this is how much I spent. And this month, this is how much surplus I had. It's good to do that, because if you're not budgeting, you're not sure where your money is going out from. You might be saying, oh, I don't have money. Someone said notes. Yeah, that's very good. So you could take notes. When you go out to buy stuff, you could just write it down, or you could go back to your bank app, check the things you spent money on. You could even download your statements, right? And then you could just use that and write down. But budgeting is very important, because in the journey to financial freedom, you need to know where money is coming in from. You need to know where money is going out from. You need to know the big things, like what's taking your money. What's that expense that's always taking your money from you? You want to be able to see that, which is why budgeting is good. Budgeting exposes you to yourself. I think I remember when I started budgeting some years ago, I realized that, oh, this, like the money that I always say I don't have, it's actually me spending it. It looks as if, oh, you don't have money. Oh, I'm not earning a lot. That's why like I'm not budgeting. Or, oh, I'm not investing yet because I'm not making a lot of money. But then you realize that when you start budgeting, there are certain habits that you would have that you get exposed to. You're like, oh, so I actually spent this much this month. And then it helps you to be able to control it. So one thing that I want everyone to do, for those of you that are not already doing it, is to take budgeting very, very serious. If you're not doing it already, start doing it. If you have questions, there's tons of resources online. There's people you can ask, like you can ask your friends as well. What budgeting stuff do you use? How do you do it? I need help somewhere. You don't have to show them like, oh, how much you're making if you don't want to share that part of yourself. You can hide the income if you want to do that. Certain people are still kind of, you know how people are with money. If you're not really free enough to share that part, that's fine. But don't be afraid to ask people questions. Like, don't think that, oh, you're the only one that isn't budgeting. There's a lot of people that don't even budget. You'll be surprised to know. But if it's something, I think it's something that everyone should do. It's very, very important. It's like it's a start to give you control of your finance. So this is just a sample of what a budget looks like. So this I actually took a screenshot from Excel. So Excel would usually have a template. So if you go on your Excel or go on your Google Sheet, they're templates that they already have. You just click on the template and you can just start the whole budgeting process. So it's not like a very fancy process. It's not something that you need to know so much to do. People already have templates online that you could just use and start from. So this is just the idea of it. So you just, it's like you're taking down your expense, you're putting together your income, and then you're checking to see the difference. So you have the things that come up. So you have your fixed expenses, you have your variable expenses, and then what you're doing is you're checking the difference. So this is what you planned. This is the actual thing that you spent money on, and this is the difference. You don't want to be in a deficit. So you always want to be in a surplus, because a deficit it's not good. But sometimes it happens. But as long as you're tracking it and you're checking to make sure that for next month you're keeping it in check. So this is just an example. You can get this online. You can ask your friends, ask people. So from what people already said, they use Excel, they use Mint. You can use that as well. All right, so we're going to go into investments. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a compound interest quickly, just to show you the benefits of investing early. I'll just change my, let's see here. All right, so can you guys see the screen? Can you guys see this? The compound interest calculator.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start. So the benefits, so while we're doing this, is want to see the benefits, want to see the reason why you should invest early. What's the benefits of investing early versus someone who starts later on in life? There's no bad time to start investing, but you want to start early. So let's say someone starts with an initial investment of $5,000. So let's say you have $5,000 now. Every month you're going to be doing, let's say, $400 contribution every month. So for someone that's 25, we're using someone that's 25 right now. Let's say you're 25. You're saving till, you want to save till you're 60. So that's 35 years, right? So the next 35 years, you're going to be saving $400 every month. And obviously, as your income increases, this should increase too, right? So you're starting with $5,000. Every month, you're putting $4,000, and the length of time is 35 years. Estimated interest rate, let's just say 8%. That's what you estimate that you get in interest rates return. We're doing annual compound. So let's calculate this. So for someone who's 25 now, they start saving. By the time they're 60, they're going to have $901,000. I know it doesn't look like a lot at the time you retire, but this is actually a lot of money. And because it's compound interest, and the more let's say you go from every month. So let's say this year, every month you're saving 400. Next year, every month you're saving 800. It adds up. So this is someone that's 25 that's saving this. So now let's change this around. So someone that's 35, they want to save till they are 60. So they only have 25 years, right? So 25 calculates. So for someone that's 35, by the time they're 60, they've only saved $385,000. So you can see the difference. Like this is a huge difference. So this is just to show you that as investment is very important. It's important to start early. So like Kema was saying, the best time to start is yesterday. The next best time to start is now. So if you're not already investing, you want to take advantage now and start investing, start saving your money. I know sometimes life happens, but yeah, you want to make this a priority in your life. Let's see. Let me go back to my slides. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to ask, what are your investment goals? If you guys don't mind sharing, just like type it in the comments. What investment goals do you have? Do you want to retire early? Do you want to be able to travel the world later on? Is there like a type of car that you want to buy that you're saving for? And again, there's no right or wrong answer. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own different investment goals. So just type it in the comments. Let me know what your investment goals are. See, for me, one of my investment goals is to travel around the world. Not now, but like later on, travel around the world. So that's one of the things I'm saving for. So Franklin said to retire early and buy a Porsche. Nice. So that's this is very good. Like I said, everyone has their own investment goals, right? You want to buy, is there a kind of car you want to buy later on in life? You can definitely save for that, like invest for that ahead of time. Bibi said, have multiple fully paid off properties across the world. Wow, that's very wonderful. That's awesome. That's a big one. I think I'm going to copy your investment goal, Bibi. That's very, very good. You can just keep dropping the comments as I go. Thank you. So investment just means like spending money in the hopes of making more money. You want to be able to you want to spend money, but you hope that you make money. So you're keeping aside a certain amount of money every month that you're not spending, but you're hoping that the money would make you money, right? So investment is one key thing towards financial prosperity, or towards getting to that financial goal that we want to get to. You can always make investments directly or indirectly. There are different ways to do that. There are several investment vehicles as well. You can invest in stocks or bonds, ETFs or mutual funds. There's hedge funds, there's GICs, there's real estate, there's commodities, options. It depends on you. So you want to examine yourself. What kind of risk person I am? Am I risk averse, or I like to take on risk? So for some people, they just want to make sure that their money is safe, so that they invest in GICs or ETFs or mutual funds, which is not bad. If that's what you want, everyone is different. Some people don't mind. Some people go into like cryptocurrencies, like they go full on into like the very, very risky investments. So as long as like you know yourself, you know the limits that you can take, you want to do that. If you're not sure the kind of risk nature you might have, you might want to ask questions. Go online, learn about yourself, do things, and see. Do you invest money and the next day you're checking your account to see how much you've made? Or are you the kind of person that you put in money, you invest it, and you don't even touch it? You just leave it. Even if the market is going down, you're fine because you're not really bothered. So you want to examine yourself to know where you are, the kind of risk averse person. And then there are certain things that look like it might look like, so let's say real estate, for instance. A lot of people might say, oh, I don't have enough money to invest into real estate yet. That might be true, but then you can partner with somebody to go into real estate. So you don't have to have the full money. You can partner with like 4 friends or 5 friends and say, hey, you guys, I want to go into real estate. I don't have the some of these requirements that we're supposed to meet. I can't meet it, but I think together we can meet this. So you can always go into that. You can always like go into real estate investment like that with other people, as long as like you're involving your lawyers, right? So like you're making sure like everything, the agreements is written down and everything is good. You can always go into these investments that you think you might not be able to get into. But yeah, so the key is to ask questions. Just ask questions. If there's anything you want to learn about, go online and learn. Ask your friends, ask people who you think might know. Don't be shy, don't keep things to yourself. Don't keep, oh, I want my own financial goal for myself, or I think I know it all. You find out that you don't even know a lot of things until you start asking people, or you start attending events like this. I'll just quickly rush through because I think my time is almost done. So there are different investment accounts that you can set up in your bank. So this is the same even if you're in Nigeria or you're in Canada. Just go to your banks and ask them, what kind of investment accounts do you have? I know a lot of us already have investment accounts, But for some of us, we don't even know. We don't even have, like, we don't know where to start. But then I think what you can do is you can follow up with your bank. So call them. If you see a company online that says they're an investment company, call these people, because sometimes that's the job they are there for. Some people are employed so that if people like us have questions, they would answer the questions, right? So don't be afraid to ask questions. Call your banks, call the investment firms, ask the questions, even if it means being on the phone with them for a long time. Don't be shy to ask questions, because you're talking about your financial freedom, your financial journey. It's a financial journey you're talking about. So don't be shy. Ask questions. Don't be shy to learn. Ask people lots of questions. So the different investment account types that we have, there's registered accounts, there's non-registered accounts, there's non-personal accounts. This like more details online. If you have questions, you can drop your questions as we go. So just before we end, I know I don't have much time, but I just want to quickly I want to do a quick exercise that will involve people commenting. So as you can see on my screen, it's just like it's not a serious exercise, so don't take it too serious. It's just like a stock market exercise, just to kind of show some people, because we have some people who do not really have an idea of what the market is like, or know when people talk about stock investing, they don't even know what we're talking about. But I just wanted to quickly do a quick exercise. So on your screen, we have two companies. One is Fantastic Fresh Food for Families, and one is Getting Greener Inc. So we're going to do a stock market exercise. Pick one of the fund companies. Pick one. Just let me know. So for fresh foods, we go with F. Getting Greener will go with G. So please pick one that you want to buy. We'll just quickly wrap this up quickly. Just pick one that you want to buy, please. Okay. BB is going with F. Caro is going with G. All right. Okay. All right. Perfect. So the starting price for F is $2. The starting price for G is $1. So I'm going to just quickly rush through the what the price is today. So we're in day one now. So day one, F is $2 and G is 1.50. Is anyone going to sell, or is anyone going to leave their investment the way it is? Nobody. Okay. All right. So day two, F is $2 and G is $2. Is anyone selling day two? They're both $2. Is anyone selling? Leave it. Okay. All right. Perfect. Day three, F is $4 and G is $3. Is anyone selling? F is $4 and G is $3. No? Okay. Day four, F is $4 and G is $5. Is anyone selling? No one is selling still. You guys are not selling. Come on. All right. So day five. Are you guys sure? Day four. F is $4. G is $5. No one is selling. All right, perfect. So now the close, so we're in the last day now, day five. Day five, F is $1 and G is $5. All right. So let me just move to my next screen. I see someone saying no there. Yeah. So the final price for F is $1, and then the final price for G is $5. So those of you that invested in F, you guys lost money. And those that invested in G, you guys made money. Well done. Those that invested in G, you guys can share with your friends that invested in F. So this is just like a simulation of the stock market. But you can always open a simulation account. So if you don't have an actual investment account, you can open a simulation account with setting of these banks. So you can just go online and you can set it up and you can just run through it like this and learn more, get to learn more. So I think this is it. This is the end of my presentation for today. If you have questions, you can drop your questions in the comments or send it to the host to ask you later on. But these are the key takeaways from today. You can take a screenshot and then just read through it later on. But thank you guys so much. Don't forget to always put your financial your finance as a priority. Do not leave it out, and do not be shy to talk about your finance with people. Ask for help. Do not be shy of being behind in your finances or thinking that you've not achieved anything or you're not making money. There's so many people that are not even doing anything. So you might be there and you think you don't know anything, but hey, ask questions, learn a lot, ask people questions. Thank you.
All right, that was wonderful. That was really great.